Hey, Soul Warriors. This is take two of day two of 28 Days to Peace. I've been getting some inboxes and a few texts from people saying that I went live, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours ago now to do day two and did the video, and people got notified, and some people watched it and then it cut out. Other people's got to watch to the end, but then the video just disappeared, and I can't find it on the page anywhere. So, I'm committed to showing up and making sure I get every day out to you guys. So a little bit tired at this point. I've been up since 7, working working all day except when I stop to eat. So I'm a little tired, a little foggy brain, but we're gonna do this again. So day two. Goodness. I want to say thank you to all the people from day one that contacted me after it, telling me what they were working on, where they were starting, and where their ending point, where they wanted to be. I know I had said that mine was starting point was loss of a love relationship, a friendship, and a job. And I was going from a feeling of like abandonment and loss and loneliness and disconnection, separation, that type of thing. And what I was looking for in the end was to find peace. So some of the things a lot of you are working on, we heard a few people say freedom. Some people said happiness, self-worth, self-love, all sorts of different answers. So it's exciting to have all these different energies in the mix where we all have very similar stories on things that, hurt us or left us in this place of feeling a way that we don't want to anymore. So I applaud all of you who are showing up, who are listening, and brownie points to those of you who are sharing, because that's what really hard lines it in. I know when I do these videos, the experience that I went through, it helps me sink a little bit deeper into it and feel that peace even more. Probably a couple months ago, before I started this, I would have been super pissed off that the video was missing. I was a little frustrated when I was looking for it because I felt like really strong about it when I finished, but obviously there was something that I needed to say, or somebody needed to hear, or somebody needed to hear in a different way, and that's why I'm doing it again. So here we are. So my day two started with a Green Beret who had died in the line of action from my city, and the city had asked everyone to show up and line the streets as his body was brought back home to his family. And so I made sure I cleared my day, and I'd seen this on TV before, and all the people that showed up, and how big it felt, and such an honor and such a loving gesture. So I was out there, and I showed up, and I was standing on a main street that was empty for a long time, and then little by little a couple people showed up here and there. There was maybe a dozen people on the entire street by the time the procession came by, and I was pissed. I was like, where the fuck is everybody? And is it just my town that's like nobody gives a shit, or is this, I don't understand. I was angry, I was frustrated. And then I noticed others around me the same way, and we were looking at each other, and then we started talking to each other, where the fuck is everybody? And then like realizing like, hey, you're here, I'm here, and met people who I'd never met before, and heard their stories and why they were there. And we shared stories about our own loved ones, or our own experience around holding space or honoring other people. And it was really amazing. So the thing that I came up with at the end of the day was I had this feeling of like separation and loneliness and all this. And here I was with just a small handful of strangers, and I was feeling like seen and heard and respected and honored, and I was giving that out, and that was being given back to me, and I felt a really sense of community. Even though it was small, it didn't matter. It totally filled my heart. It lit me up. And I realized that community can be found absolutely anywhere as long as there's an aligned intention. So our aligned intention was to honor this soldier. It could be a book club where you all have a similar book that you're reading and you really care about. Anything that aligns you with other people around you can give you that sense of what you're looking for. So it doesn't have to be the lover, the friend, the job, the things that you're used to being there for you all the time. It can be created by your action, by your desire to find something that you love or something that's important to you, and showing up for that with other people that show up for that. And then stepping a little out of your comfort zone if it's not your forte or you're more of an introvert, and actually making eye contact and saying hello and interacting with them and finding out about them and listening and sharing about yourself and being vulnerable. And that's how we feel connection, and that's how we feel seen. So it was just like I went to this thing because it felt important, and then I found all the things that I thought I was missing because of these people and this job. I'm totally looking outside of myself, and then just realizing that just doing something important filled me. And I talked yesterday about your magic, and taking your magic, your energy back, calling it back to you, because it's a sense of your soul, a sense of yourself. And so I realized that magic is simply alignment. I was in alignment when I showed up there. I was in alignment with the people around me, and everything. It felt good and it felt powerful. At the same time, I was pissed and I was frustrated, but I was okay at the same time, and I was full. And when that funeral procession went by, I was moved. I could feel the amount of love flowing out of me and respect out of me and all the other people around me. And then the car went by with this soldier's little kids, very young little kids. And they were hanging out of the car and screaming and smiling and saying, "Thank you for showing up for my daddy." And waving flags. And it was just like the most beautiful thing, that these tiny little beings in probably one of the worst times of their lives, they could show thanks and gratitude out for us, to us showing up. It just like it was the equal reciprocal love just flowing through the whole thing was just beautiful. So my takes that day was show the fuck up, show up for yourself, show up for what's important to you, and then connect with other people that are doing the same thing. That's how you make strong, lasting connections, not these love connections that's a big energy that attract you at the point in time, or a friend that you have one commonality with, and that was the string of your friendship, and then when that breaks or goes away, like it all goes to hell. There's so much stronger connections out there just waiting for us when we step into alignment, and we step into alignment alongside other people. So community can be found anywhere that there's an aligned intention. Your magic is simply that alignment. And please, please, please show up for yourself and show up for others. And I love all of you, and I hope you're getting great things out of this. I can't wait to see where you end up at the end, because every day as I'm reading back my notes, I'm like, wow, like that was a cool experience, and it brings me back to that, and it helped me anchor back into that community, belonging, love, honor, respect, like all the things that I hold dear to me because they're my core values. It was awesome. So just show up and do things maybe you've never done before, or just something you're like, oh, I should go to that. I've done a lot, and then I don't go, I forget, and I'm like, oh, that was yesterday. Oh, too bad. Maybe next time. Make commitments to those things, and make commitments to yourself. And also another thing, like show up for things like that you commit to, especially to yourself, because it's so easy when you're at home and you're sitting on the couch and there's nobody there to like know if you did the thing or didn't do the thing. It's really easy to say, I'm really tired and I don't have the time. It's the end of the day. I need to get ready for bed. But then you can go sit and scroll through your Facebook or binge watch, for several hours, and then realize it's 1:00 in the morning and you have to get up in the morning. We're really quick to make excuses on important things that can help move us forward, and real easy to let ourselves slide into things that, maybe you can call it relaxing. Netflix, it is. So it can be an important thing of self-care, but just make sure it's not turning into an excuse for you. Show up for you and show up for what's important, and align, and you will find that your world is shifting to whatever that thing is. Mine was peace, whatever that thing is that you're looking for. All right. Take care, soul warriors. I'm sorry if I rambled a little bit, but I'm super exhausted. But I just wanted to make sure to get this out to you. Much love. I'll talk to you tomorrow for day 3.